I'm back. Guys, good morning. It is January 4th, 2023. Guys, have been away for a few days, taking care of a few things, taking care of the books. 2022 was a great year. Guys, we are bringing in the new year today, January 4th, 2023. Going to be working on a older Navien combi boiler that does both space heating and domestic hot water. Customer called and said she's got a leak coming from the unit itself. Guys, as we know, Naviens are infamous for their shitty quality, and I've put a few of them in the past, and with the information that's being spread out there, and you know who you are, Navien just isn't what we thought it was, and quality and material coming from South Korea isn't the best. So guys, we are bringing in the new year today, going to take a look at a Navien, and we are going to see where this leak is coming from. I do not stock Navien parts, so they have a great customer support team, and they will overnight ship parts if needed. So we are going to the town of Freeport out on the Long Island area, and we are going to take a look at this Navien that is leaking. Guys, hope everybody had a great 2022 year. Let's bring in the new year of 23 with health, wealth, prosperity, and some good content. So guys, hit that like button down below, and I'm kind of excited to see what we're walking into this morning down in this boiler room, and I think it's going to be good. So let's see what they have, and I'm going to get you some awesome content of it like always. So guys, hit that like button and leave a comment down below. And for all of you that tune in, we really appreciate you. And if I'm in your service area, the borough of Queens, the 5 boroughs including Long Island, give me a call for all your plumbing, heating, air conditioning needs, guys. 646-423-2174. The new uniforms are almost in. The new jackets are almost in, but who needs a damn jacket when it's 60 degrees out here? Guys, it's Wednesday morning, and it is 59 degrees out here. Man, I mean, it still feels like New York, but definitely not Florida. But 59 degrees out here. It's creeping up on the middle of January. But guys, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you guys think. Let's get to it, and guys, let's do yours next. Here we go. All right, guys, we're here now. Let's go check out this Navien. Well, guys, let's go check out this Hyundai real quick. The Hyundai Electric. You can tell it's electric because of the grill is all covered up. No airflow needed. Sweet looking though. I saw the electric Mustang the other day on the road. That looked pretty cool. Oh, look at these headlights. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Low profile. Pretty nice. Alright guys, let's go check out this Navien and let's go see what's leaking. Here we go. Alright guys, here we are. We are working on a Navien. I believe it's the NCB 240, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's the NCB 240. I'd have to see. But we are here because the condensate pump is not working, and we got our Testo portable carbon monoxide detector. Right now we're going to take the cover off, and we're going to just do a visual inspection of everything. I'm going to take the control panel off, and yes guys, you can see the discoloration. Let's see, you can see the discoloration of the PCB board. Yes, and I don't see any oil residue or anything leaking out of the exhaust, but I do see the burnt. And I'm just documenting this so I could send it to them, because this board, the PCB board, shouldn't be burnt like that. But they are infamous for these issues. And if you do some research and, you know, Google, there's tons of video and content on this specific unit. And like I said, I don't mean to scare you, but Navien, they'll warranty it, but they'll keep shipping you a new unit. But, you know, I've seen where they're shipping new units and the problems still persist, you know. For a unit that's only 4 years old, shouldn't be having these issues. But right now we are going to check to see if this heat exchanger is leaking. Because you did smell it, didn't you? Oh, let's see, let's power cycle it. Let's wait for it. Can you see that? Look at that, Rosanna. See that leaking? That's not good. That's not good at all. See those bubbles? No, it's from this plate. You see these screws that hold this plate down? The heat exchanger? It's leaking combustion gases. This is where the flame ignites, right? Yeah. And the byproduct of the flame is the carbon monoxide, right? Mm-hmm. So the heat inside this cabinet from the leak here is causing the discoloration on the board here. So I am going to call them. First, I'm going to tighten up these screws to see. Let me see. Yeah, this one's loose. It's definitely loose. That is loose. I got a half a turn on that. That's loose. And let me try this one right here. And that's pretty loose. But yeah, I got to get on the phone with them and see what they want to do. So the internal temperature of the unit is getting so hot and it's causing the discoloration on here. But as for that, I don't see anything else leaking, but that is a horrible manufacturer flaw. Yeah. And I'm gonna send you some content of others. I mean, I'm sure you do your homework and you know, you're a smart woman, you know?
I do not look up Navien.
Yeah, well, you bought the house like this, so you know what I mean. I wouldn't recommend putting one in the future, but she's leaking and that's not good. But we're gonna see what's going on with this condensate pump. In the meantime, we're gonna get Navien on the phone and see what they want to do with this guy. So, all right, guys, I am on hold with Navien. I just gave them the model number. It is an NCB 240E. I did not install this one. Customer bought the house 2020, and this Navien was installed already. Let's just go over a little review of what we see, visual inspection. There's no flush valves here on the space heating side, which kind of sucks because we cannot flush the heat exchanger side. What else do I see? I don't see any flush valves on the domestic side either. We got 3 zones here. We used the 1.25 inch black manifold here. We do have our spiral vent, 9D backflow preventer, pressure reducing valve, expansion tank, which is, I don't even know what the hell's going on here. Is this valve even open or what? I don't even know. Lower the cutoff is in. Venting, there's nothing leaking here on the venting, and we do see some oil residue. You see some wet, something wet dripping on this. And nothing back there. So we are on hold with Navien, and we are gonna see what they want to do with this heat exchanger here. But she is definitely leaking right from there. And Mikey Pipes, this one is for you. This one is for you because I know you are a master at these Naviens. So, you know, we're all here learning from each other. And that's what we're doing out here today, guys. It's 2023, and we are starting the new year off with a Navien that is leaking combustion gases. Let's see how long we wait on hold for them. Let's see. Doop, 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 doop. Almost 4 minutes. Okay, guys, while we're on hold with Navien, we got a condensate pump here that's leaking like a sieve, and this fitting is cracked. You can see it leaking like crazy. So we are going to change the media on this neutralizer by Nutripole, and we are going to see if we can take this fitting off and see what's going on with it. So on this Everbuilt condensate pump. So let's get the neutralizer. Unit is off. We're still waiting for Navien. 10 minutes. And we're going to disconnect this neutralizer media and change it. So let's see. Get my screwdriver and disconnect this condensate discharge that's leaking. And we can pull it off. Oh, it's loose anyway. Let's see if we can pull this off. Let's see if we can pull this guy off. Okay. Come on, Navien, pick up the damn phone. It's Wednesday morning. Where's everybody? Get this out of here. Let's see what's going on with this pump here, this fitting. Fitting is cracked or whatever. I don't know what's going on with it. Let's see. What a seal is. A little check valve there. I don't know if this thing's cracked or what. It just wasn't tight. It just wasn't tight in there. This thing is full. Let's see. Yeah, she's full. Alright. Let's take it outside, let's flush it out, and let's change the media on the condensate neutralizer. Let's see. Get a bucket under here. Get this bucket right under here. Let's see what we can find here. Let's get this neutralizer out. Get some water out of here. There she comes. There she comes.
Your current position is 5. Please remain on the line to speak to the next available agent.
Oh, shit. There it is. Let's get all that neutralizer out. Let's change it all. Change it all. Alright, let's get the new media and we'll replace it. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so this unit was installed in 2020. It is, wow, not even 3 years old. We did a annual inspection of it. We took the cover off of the unit itself. We've seen some immense discoloration on the main PCB board. This Christmas tree green PCB board is now discolored like a brownish maroon color. The heat exchanger plate where the screws, the top plate screws into the bottom plate, is leaking combustion gases. I sprayed some soapy water on the plate, and upon startup it's bubbling up like crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately we're not going to take the bubble test. We're going to need some parts per million readout for that leak.
Parts per million readout of that leak.
That's correct.
Parts per million readout. So I have my Sensit HXG 2D combustion leak detector, and you want a parts per million of that.
That's correct, yes. That's what warranty needs, not me.
So the heat exchanger plate leaking now is not covered under warranty.
So if it is leaking, we'll need a parts per million of that leakage, and then we can start a review for it.
So
But if we don't have a parts per million, we can't say it's leaking.
so the video that I take of the bubbles coming off of
Because-
the bubbles I take a video of coming off
No,
the
we
top
don't.
plate. Okay, so what's an acceptable
We won't take the bubble test.
so what's the acceptable parts per million to warrant this heat exchanger?
Not an acceptable parts per million. Inside of the cabinet, there shouldn't be any parts per million at all, which is why parts per million for seal combustion would be the best way to go. Inside of the cabinet shouldn't be giving you any seals whatsoever. If you're getting some seals inside of the cabinet, find out exactly where it's coming from, and then the origin of that leak. If it's the heat exchanger gaskets, yeah, we can go ahead and start a review for it.
Okay.
But currently, the unit's unregistered. We'll need to register the unit and see what warranty that's left on the unit.
Okay. And the discoloration on this motherboard was once green.
The
It's
motherboard is replaceable.
but that's normal though.
Not normal. That's because there could be some flue gases being recirculated, but it could be because of the test board packing or exhaust temp thermistor that's failing, causing that fluctuation of flue gases to be recirculated back inside. Another signs of this would be the actual black plastic on top of the heat exchanger, also below the heat exchanger. I started seeing some sweating on there.
I do see a little sweating on the exhaust ring coming at the top of the heat exchanger. I don't see any discoloration though on the unit cabinet itself. But where are these
Yeah, no, you won't see any cabinet.
where are these combustion gases being recirculated from if it's a sealed heat exchanger? If it's a sealed closed system, where are
Right,
these
not the
combustion?
heat exchanger, but above it, there is a test port for the combustion analysis, as well as the temperature sensor, and your packing on the inside of that collar. If all three are failing, you'll start fluctuating some flue gases inside of the cabinet. Very small amount of parts per million, but over time they'll create what you're seeing. Especially
Why would
the
they-
board.
Why would they fail though after a unit is only 2 years old?
Multiple reasons. Sometimes the most popular one would be the pipe is not inserted all the way to fully seal the packing, and some of the flue gases are hitting the packing over time, degrading it, and that could be failing. But there are other failures as well. Temperatures, operation for the unit, if it's overrun, etc.
Okay, so do you want to register the unit? I'm gonna go get my electronic leak detector, and I'm gonna see if there's any parts per million coming out of this cabinet. But this whole board is discolored, and
Right, so I would need to register the unit to find out any warranty. If we don't have any parts warranty, I'll be able to give you the part number so you can source that part.
okay. But as far as this heat exchanger leaking at the top plate, the customer is aware of it leaking when I sprayed it, and she feels very uncomfortable now. So what are we gonna do about that?
Navien does not consider the bubble test a leak. Like I mentioned before, before, we'll need some parts per million to verify if a leak is happening. The bubble test is not really a leak. You can literally buy a brand new unit and spray with bubble. Guess what? You get bubbles. That's why it's not a leak test. And that's why Navien is not taking it as a leak test.
Wow, that's wild. That's wild,
Not
because
wild
when
at
we
all.
see, because when we see bubbles, when we spray it, there's a leak somewhere, and that doesn't
That's for
fly.
gas fittings.
You know, in New York City,
Yeah,
if you
for
have
gas
a,
fittings.
you know, in New York City, if you have a fitting or a piece of gas line that's
Right.
that's
Like you
bubbling
said,
up.
gas fittings. That's for gas fittings, not the actual surface of the heat exchanger. Gas
So-
fittings, that's different. We don't have any combustion happening in the gas fittings, but we
So-
have combustion happening inside of the heat exchanger.
So you're
We need some
saying
powder
that
into the gas.
So you're saying that the combustion leak is just as safe as a natural gas leak? That doesn't make any sense.
No, what I said was we need parts per million
Okay.
to confirm if there's a leak. The bubble test is not a confirmation
Okay.
because you could literally have a brand new unit. You spray it, you get the same thing. So that being that case,
Yeah.
it's not a test. There's no verification there. The
Right.
verification we're looking for is the amount of CO that's coming out of the heat exchanger, which makes sense.
Okay, so what would you say your name was? I'm sorry.
Jerry.
Gary? Jerry.
Like the mouse.
Jerry. Yeah, Jerry, like the mouse. Jerry, Tom and Jerry. I'm gonna be Tom, you're gonna be Jerry. Jerry,
Jerry like the mouse, I said.
There you go. Jerry, I'm gonna go get my electronic leak detector. How do I get in touch with you, Jerry? Because I have to, it's gonna take a few minutes.
You cannot get in touch with me directly unless the queue directly puts you to me. There's not really a selective way. I don't have a code number for you to punch in to get directly to me.
Okay.
But any technical support department technician, you provide
Okay.
that serial number, I'll register it, you'll be able to continue where you left off.
Okay, so let me do that. Let me get my electronic leak detector, get a parts per million, and I'll get back to you guys.
Yeah, sure. Would you like to register the unit though?
Yes, register it.
Warranty left on it.
Yes, register
What
it
is
for
the
me.
customer's first and last name?
Okay, let me get that for you. That's both exiting outside.
Okay, so I currently have the unit registered. We're still under parts warranty. We're still under heat exchanger warranty. Once you have that combustion analysis test or the combustion analyzer, you can give us a call back. We could potentially go through everything with you and potentially cover the parts that needed. But the heat exchanger, we're not going to send it right away. We need to review it with warranty and request some pictures, which we can send everything all together.
Okay, very good. I'm going to take my electronic leak detector. I'm going to see if I get a parts per million, and I'll give you guys a call back.
Okay, not a problem.
Thanks, Jerry.
Well, yeah, just have a great one, and thanks for calling out here. Not a problem.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, so you heard it firsthand. And Mikey Pipes, this one is for you, man. This one is for you. So we have my electronic leak detector, and right now we're going to change the battery on it, and we're going to see if we get any parts per million coming out of the heat exchanger. So Mikey, let me know how I can approach this and how I can move forward to satisfy this customer and let her sleep with a peace of mind, because a heat exchanger leaking like that is no good. So get me in touch with your lawyer, who is in the process of battling Navien, and we can move forward. I'll pass that information along to the homeowner, and we'll get it going. But right now, guys, I am going to change the battery on my Sensit HXG 2D electronic leak detector, and we are going to confirm if there's any parts per million of carbon leaking out of this unit, and we're going to call Navien back. So here we go, guys. Let's see what we find. All right, so guys, right now we are just cleaning the neutralizer canister, and we are going to fill it up with a new SaniFlow media here, guys. So before we do the combustion test or the leak detection test, we are just zeroing out our Sensit HXG2D. We're gonna zero this out. We're gonna lay that here. We're gonna change the media on this. Sandy flow. What's in there? Okay, just like that. Almost a full bottle. And we flushed out the condensate pump here, so we are going to put the neutralizer back, then grab our Sensit HXG2D leak detector, and we're going to see if there's any parts per million coming out of that Navien. So let's put the neutralizer back, hook that up, and do some testing. Here we go. All right, so guys, we got the neutralizer back in with the new media. We flushed out the condensate pump. The condensate pump is back, it's mounted. We are now going to put the Sensit HXG2D electronic leak detector to test. And guys, we are going to test the methane gas coming out of the sewer right here. So guys, this detects carbon monoxide, natural gas, methane, and I think it detects something else, which I forget. But right now, hopefully there's no sewer rats coming out of here. We're gonna test the methane just to confirm that our unit, our electronic leak detector, is accurate. So we got new batteries in there, and we're gonna test the methane coming out of the sewer. There you go. There you go. It's an alarm. The methane gas is highly detectable, and you can see clearly. And I could smell the methane coming out of here. I could smell it. All right, I don't really want to damage my sensor, but you can see 550 parts per million, almost as high as 600. We're gonna let this air out and bring this number back down. We're gonna close the sewer back up, and we're gonna bring the Sensit HXG2D leak detector into the cabinet of the Navien to confirm. And we're gonna document everything, and we're gonna send it over to Jerry. Jerry wants to be the cat today. No, see the mouse? No, Jerry's the mouse. Jerry's the mouse, and I'm Tom today. So let's play Tom and Jerry, and let's play with the Sensit HXG2D. Let's close up the sewer here, and let's move on over to that Navien. So let's see one more. Okay, let's go back to that Navien, and let's start her up. So let's put this down here, and let's get some content for Navien. All right, we're gonna power this up. And here we go, guys. This is live. This is live stuff. We're gonna keep the leak detector right here, and we're gonna see if we detect anything coming from this combustion chamber. Power's on. It's gonna purge. It's purging now. And let's confirm with the Sensit right by the heat exchanger plate. Guys, this Sensit HXG2D is super sensitive, so it will detect anything. There is a call for heat. There is a call for heat. We should have flame. There we go. There's spark. And there's flame. Let's see if we can... Oh, she just went out. There we go. She's going to light up again. There she goes. And she went out again. Let's see. She's going to go in lockout after a certain amount of times. Let's see. Alright guys, so as I am trying to ignite this boiler, I'm getting an E003 with the wrench mark, and that is an indication that the flame rods are dirty. So I pulled the flame rods out. They look like crap for only a boiler that's only 3 years old. We are going to clean them, and they say the best way to clean them is with a dollar bill. But right now we're going to use a $100 bill because that's all I have. So we are going to clean these flame rods. We're going to clean these flame rods just like that and make sure not to break them. And we're just going to get all that calcified debris on them. And you can see that one's got a lot of buildup right there. a lot of buildup right there. So we are going to clean them, and I'm going to show you how it's done with the Benjamin. You guys want to clean these flame rods because I cannot wait to test with my electronic leak detector. So we're going to clean these flame rods. We're going to get the tips nice and clean. Make sure you clean all of them. Make sure you clean all of them, just like we're going to be cleaning money, laundering money. Offshore accounts. Let's see if we can get this one in there. This little guy clean right there. Should really get some new flame rods over here. But the best way to do it is with the dollar bill, guys. Alright, let's put the flame rods back. Make sure that gasket is intact. I'm gonna put the Benjamin away. Put the Benji away. Who's calling me? Somebody's calling me. Hello, this is Mike.
Yes, hello, good morning, Mike. My name is Jeffrey Charlo. I'm calling regarding an appointment. I was given your number from Brian.
Okay.
Superior.
Yes, how you doing?
Hi, and he told me that to give you a call.
Okay. John, I'm just finishing up something here. Can I call you when I get back in my truck?
Most definitely.
Perfect. Call you shortly.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay. So guys, we got the flame rods cleaned and everything. We are going to, oh man, get some crap on me. We are gonna fire this up and we're gonna test with the Senseit HXG2D. We're gonna power this up, let it zero out, and power cycle the Navien, and let's see what we find. Here we go. All right guys, so after changing the board, after getting an E003 flame ignition failure, we changed the flame rods. Well, we cleaned them, which were dirty, and we confirmed that the board was bad. So we have a new board, we have ignition right there, and right now we are just testing with the Senseit HXG2D electronic leak detector. And right now we still have Navien on hold for about an hour, and right now we are going to go and just test for any leaks that we may have at the heat exchanger plate or even at the exhaust packing ring in the back there. So right now we have our sensor at the exhaust packing ring, and we are reading 400 parts per million of carbon, and it is an alarm. So I will forward this to them.
Your current queue position is
Let's see what happened.
10. Please remain on the line to
And
speak to
she's
the next
dropping.
available agent. If you would like to leave a callback number, press 1.
But I am going to blame it on the inducer sucking in its own gases. Let's get back there and check.
Your current queue position is.
Let's get back here.
Please remain on the
And
line.
there we are, alarming right in this area right here.
If you would like to leave a callback
That's where we're getting that alarm right there. 300 parts per million. And then it dissipates. 80 parts per million now, and it's not an alarm. Let's go deeper in there. Let's go by the... And there we go, right there. And that's where it is. Right at that test port. Right where that test port is, right in there, you can see. But if this doesn't confirm, I mean, what does, guys? We're using an approved electronic leak detector,
Please remain on the line to speak to the next
and you
available
clearly
agent.
saw
If you would
it
like to
detect the
leave a
methane
callback number,
out the
press
sewer, and it's clearly detecting some combustible gases here. And that's where it is right there. And that's where it is. Anything over 100 will set an alarm. But you see it climbing. Let's bring it back out. Let it zero out. Let it zero out. Navien, 1 hour on hold. 1 hour and 2 minutes. All right, we're almost about 0 ppm. Okay. All right, 0. We're gonna go back in. We still have ignition. We're gonna go right back in, right to that. Right there it is, right there. Right where you stick your probe in for your combustion analyzer. Right in that area. It is sucking in its own flue gases. And if this doesn't confirm it with Navien, I don't know what does. But this is the 3rd unit I came across in the past year that's got a discolored PCB board and that's got a leak on the stack on the exhaust right there, and that's where it is, guys. And that's what's causing the high temperature and the discoloration of that PCB board. Mikey Pipes, I hope you're watching this. But that's where it is right there. I'm gonna try to tighten up those screws, but I don't want to damage my sensor. Really don't want to damage my sensor here. But I am gonna get in here and see if I can tighten these screws right here, if they are loose. That's the flue stack sensor, and this is the test port right here. That's what we're gonna tighten up right here. Here we go. And she's tight. She's tight. We're gonna let this zero out. We're gonna put this out in the atmosphere. We're gonna open up this window. Zero this sensor out. Get some oxygen, let it bring it down. And we're gonna go back in, right into that test port. Right into that test port right there. Right into that test port. Right there, and she's climbing. And
Please remain on the line to speak to the next available agent. If you would like to leave a callback number, press 1.
there's your parts per million right there, guys. There's your parts per million. I am still on hold with Navien. And I'm going to send this to them right now. Alright guys, we got ignition, but I wouldn't say it's safe to run this boiler. We got a leak right there. But I am still on hold with Navien, and I am going to see what they want to do. But the new PCB board is in, and there's the old one that's all discolored. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the customer wants to do, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so there you have it. We are still on hold with Navien. And guys, invest in the tools, guys. The Sensit HXG 2D electronic leak detector is a fine tool, guys. They are not a sponsor of the channel, but I will be reaching out to them. And this is what Navien wants, so this is what they're going to get. Right now it's in high fire, and I'm just going to show you right now again. Parts per million. Oh, let it zero out. Let it zero out. 1 second. 1 second. Zero this guy out. Still got good flame there. And I'm still on hold with Navien. Alright, we're zeroed out. We're going to put it right by that test port. And there it is, guys. 2.1%, 900 parts per million. 690, 610. And it's in high fire right now. High fire. And I really don't want to damage my sensor, so I'm going to pull this away and put it out into the atmosphere where the level could drop. Alright, she's not an alarm anymore. But guys, I am still on hold with Navien, an hour and 10 minutes, and I'm gonna see what they want to do with this unit. But guys, there you have it. Invest in the tools, electronic leak detector. Let's see what Navien has to say about this. Guys, I hope everybody's watching. Give this video a thumbs up, share, like, subscribe. And if I'm in your service area, the 5 boroughs, including Long Island, give me a call, 646-423-2174. Guys, a boiler that is running not safe is a boiler that shouldn't be running at all. Guys, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below, guys. Stay blessed, and let's do yours next. Here we go. All right, guys, we are still on hold. We are still on hold with Navien. An hour and 31 minutes. We are still on hold with them. And we are going to send them the video of the parts per million that they were looking for, because the soap and water test is not valid. So, you know, this is my first Navien that I've recorded through content on video, but I've ran across about 3 of them that I haven't put on this channel, and this is the first one that's been documented. So, guys, I hope you guys are watching, and we are just still waiting. We're on hold from Navien for an hour and a half, hour and 32 minutes and 3 seconds. We are going to send them the video of the electronic leak detector that detected the high levels of CO. And we're going to show them pictures of that PCB board that was completely burnt. So, you know, I am working with the homeowner and going to see what's the best route of what they want to do. You know, I don't know. Let's see what Navien's got to say, but we are still on hold with them, and we're going to let you know. But guys, the thing is, the boiler is not running safely. I mean, for a boiler that's 3 years old at most, man, for that control board to be burnt like that, I don't see a lot of that oily residue in there, because I don't think the box is getting that hot due to the window being right there and the amount of space. It's not really, I mean, with the latches on the cabinet, I mean, I don't know. I don't see the oily residue like you guys see out there. And I don't know. But guys, you know, clearly, you know, the content don't lie. So we're going to wait for Navien and see what they have to say. So once they pick up, I'm going to get some content of it, and I'm going to record this conversation with them. So guys, stay tuned. Hit that like button. And like always, let's do yours next. Here we go. All right, guys, 2 hours and 5 minutes on hold with Navien. It must be a busy day for them. We are number 1 in the queue, and we are waiting for them to answer. Right now, we are just sitting in some New York City traffic in the Queens area, and what do you know, it's rush hour. It's 3 o'clock p.m., and no, I lied. Rush hour starts at about 11:30 in the morning. This L.L.C starts getting backed up. But right now, we are in the queue, waiting for Navien to pick up to see what they have to say. And you know what? Let me put that seatbelt on. Let me put that seatbelt on. And we're in the queue, number 1, waiting for Navien. And I hope we get Jerry. I hope we get that same gentleman, Jerry, from, you know, that show Tom and Jerry with the cat and the mouse. I hope we get that guy Jerry back. Because he seemed pretty knowledgeable, and he wanted that parts per million rating on my electronic leak detector, and we're here to give it to him. So let's see what Jerry has to say and what Navien has up their sleeve for this one. Guys, we are all in this together, but we are fighting for what's right, and this is a buyers beware video, guys. Buyers beware. Oh, 1.
Please remain on
We are 1. We are please remain. They're telling me to please remain on the line. If I want to call back, press number 1. But no, I don't want to call back. I've been on hold for too damn long. And the battery life on my phone is going dead. So Navien, you better pick up. Guys, this is a little buyer beware or buyer remorse. But guys, if you have a Navien installed in your house, please have it checked out annually. Or have it checked out now. So we're just waiting for for Navien to pick up. We are 1 in the queue. And we're gonna see what they have to say. Here we go. Nope.
Please remain on the
Nobody
line
yet.
to speak to
Still
the next
waiting.
available agent.
Joe, thanks for taking my call today. I'm working on a Navien NCB 240E. Let me know. Serial number 661-0boy1792-191150. Alrighty.
539 Orchard Street, Freeport, New York.
Correct. Yes, we just had this boiler registered this morning. I called you guys early this morning. You guys told me to call back. I called early this morning. Yes, correct. You have it on file. I was due to give you some PPM ratings on my electronic leak detector. I finally have them. And this boiler is only, I think in your records it was manufactured in 2016. Is that correct?
2017, early 2018.
All right, early 18. So, Joe, that makes it what, about 4 years old, and the PCB board is completely like a burnt orange color. The flame rods were completely destroyed. I do have some parts per millions with my electronic leak detector that I have on video, but I mean, this customer is scared for her life. And we definitely smelled gas in the house, in the cabinet, and I had to go out and swap the new PCB board for her just to get her up and running, but I don't feel it's safe to be having this boiler running like this. What can you guys do?
If you got a gas leak, it shouldn't be running. If you got a gas leak, it shouldn't be running at all time.
Yeah, so we have parts per million coming from the exhaust on the back by that packing ring there. But
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, Joe. Can you hear me?
Yeah, when you respond to what I'm saying, it's as if you're not hearing what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
So that's what I'm asking, if you can hear me properly.
Go ahead, I can hear you.
That's what I'm saying. The unit shouldn't be running, even if you replace the board or not. It shouldn't be running if there's a gas leak. Yes, I understand the customer needs heat and hot water. Well, we'll shut it down. We can get this reviewed as soon as possible.
Well, yeah, the gas leak was actually coming from the flame rod gasket. So I went out and I got the new flame rods, and instead of the that gasket that comes with the Navien, you guys have that what's that kind of material that you guys have? It's that white.
The new graphite one.
No, it's not. I have the new graphite. That's what I put in on the new flame rods.
Okay.
The gasket that came. Go ahead.
The felt gasket that comes with the spare parts baggie, that should be perfectly fine. Did that not work?
Yeah, it was coming from the felt gasket from the original flame rod that was there. The flame rods were destroyed. I went out and I got the new flame rods that came with the graphite gasket. So there's no gas leak anymore. But the parts per million inside the cabinet is climbing like crazy, like it's sucking in its own exhaust.
Is it doing that outside? Is the venting near each other outside?
Venting is probably 18 inches apart.
Do you have any pictures of the venting or any?
I can send you some pictures. I can send you some pictures of the venting, but I mean, it has clearly separation from, the experience that I've installed these units. The parts per million.
You're calling from your cell phone number?
Yeah, this is my cell phone.
Alright, I'm gonna send you a message. Pictures of the venting outside and any other pictures or videos that you got.
Okay.
Can you send those over to me?
Yeah, I sure will.
So we have parts per million inside the cabinet. That means there's a leak inside the system somewhere. Where? That's what I'm saying. Where is it leaking from?
Yeah, there's definitely a leak here, Joe. I have my electronic leak detector right by the, I want to say the test port or the stack sensor that's there. and those screws are tight. I don't have any residue like on the packing ring above where the cabinet meets the exhaust. But man, my meter is skyrocketed and I don't want to damage the sensor.
So we're thinking from the back side of the heat exchanger there is what we're thinking?
Yes. Now, Joe, what explains the burnt mark on the motherboard there?
I'd have to see it. Do you have a picture of it?
I do.
There's different burn marks.
Okay.
But I'll let you know.
All right.
So if you have the serial number, as well, picture the serial number as well, and
Yeah.
the install, I'm gonna need that stuff too.
Okay. Not a problem. I mean, what do we do with this thing? What does the customer do? She's a little worried.
You send me the pictures and the videos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at them right now.
Okay.
And then I will get them over for review. That's how we go.
Okay. All right, fair enough. So.
The unit should be off right now. The unit should be off and the gas should be off.
Correct. Yeah, it's not leaking any gas, natural gas. We fixed that. It's leaking its own flue gases.
Well, it's still leaking then, so it should be off.
Oh yeah, it's off.
Okay.
It's off. I just don't know, what we can do or what the turnaround time is. What your, what your remedy is. I don't know.
If you send me the stuff, I will take it from there to get it reviewed.
Okay, so you're gonna send me a text message or email. How do you want to do this?
I already did a couple minutes ago.
All right, very good. I'll send them over to you, and we'll.
Can you send them over while we're on the phone?
Yeah, let me do that.
Off this phone, I have to grab another call, and
Okay.
it slows things down.
Okay, let me do that now for you then, Joe. I'm going to send them to you now. All right, guys. So after talking with Joe from Navien, they approved the heat exchanger replacement, and they're supplying me with another PCB board that I already got and replaced. The boiler is off for now until the new one comes, which is going to be, it's going to be here tomorrow. They're going to overnight ship it, and we're going to be installing it Friday. So they're going to have to live with no heat. That's okay, because it's 61 degrees out here in frickin' January. So, I don't know. It's going to be my first heat exchanger replacement on a Navien. I asked Joe from Navien how long it'd take. He said probably an hour or two, which is okay. Customer would have to pay for the labor. The parts are covered under warranty. But guys, let's see if we put the new heat exchanger in and we do another leak detection test with our leak detector, that no parts per millions of CO come up. So, on that note, guys, hope everybody liked this video. Let me know if there's something I could have done different. Guys, reach out to me. We are all in this together, guys. We are all here to protect the health of the nation. And a boiler that's not running safe is a boiler that should never be running in the first place. So, guys, on that note, hit that like button. And let me know what you guys think of this content, guys. I make it for you. And let's do yours next right there. Let's do yours next right there. Guys, hit that like button. And if I'm in your service area, the 5 boroughs, including Long Island, give me a call for all your plumbing, heating, air conditioning needs, guys. 646-423-2174. Stay blessed, and let's do yours next. Here we go.